Elara lacked nothing. Her mother, Betrayal, had become a billionaire through her ever-growing wealth. Their home was filled with peace, harmony, and love. But everything changed on the morning of Elara's 18th birthday. That morning, she woke up excited, ready to embrace adulthood. But when she stood in front of her bedroom mirror, she froze. Her reflection stared back at her, but her eyes had turned a brilliant glowing pink. Her heart raced. "What is this? My eyes have turned pink," she whispered to herself, shocked and confused. She quickly ran downstairs to the kitchen where Amira was humming softly while cooking. "Mother," Elara called, almost breathless. "I woke up this morning and my eyes, they have turned pink." Amira turned around, her hand still holding a wooden spoon, and her eyes widened in surprise. For a moment, her mind flashed back to that day by the river, the promise she made, and the true identity of the baby she had raised as her own. But she quickly masked her emotions and forced a calm smile. "Wow, your eyes turned pink," Amira said evenly, stepping closer to her daughter. "The pink eyes, they make you even more beautiful, my darling, and they make you more special." Elara blinked at her mother, confused, but slightly reassured by her calm tone. "But what does it mean, Mommy?" she asked softly. Amira held her gaze for a moment and said with quiet conviction, "It only means you are becoming the amazing woman you were meant to be. Trust me, everything will be all right." But deep down, Amira knew this was no ordinary change. Elara's true nature as the heir to the magical throne of Oceara was beginning to reveal itself, and soon nothing would ever be the same again. What happens when a powerful mermaid princess returns to claim her destiny? Amira sat quietly in her room, lost in deep thought. In just a few seconds, her mind drifted far away, weighed down by the secret she had carried for 18 long years. Suddenly, a soft, commanding voice echoed in her heart. "It is time. The time has come for Elara to return to Oceara and save her people. Tell her who she is." Amira gasped and sat up, tears welling in her eyes. She never wanted this day to come. She never wanted to lose Elara, the little girl who had grown into a beautiful, kind young woman. But she knew the right thing had to be done. She called Elara into her room and sat her down on the bed, her hands trembling. With tears streaming down her cheeks, she began softly, "My child, there is something I must tell you. Something I should have told you long ago, but I waited for the right time." Elara looked at her mother, confused and concerned. She drew a shaky breath. "I am not your biological mother." "What? Mommy, what are you saying?" Elara asked. Amira wiped her tears and continued, telling Elara everything, how her real mother was Queen Amira of Oceara and how her uncle threatened her life so she could never take her rightful place as queen. She explained the need for her to return to Oceara to fulfill her destiny and save her people from her uncle's cruel rule. Elara stood up in shock, pacing the room. "What, Mommy? You mean I am not human? You mean I am a mermaid?" she asked, her voice trembling in disbelief. Amira nodded slowly. "Yes, my child. You are the heir to the throne of Oceara. You must return to claim it. If you don't, your uncle will, and Oceara will fall into ruin. Your real mother may already be suffering in his hands." Elara stopped pacing and stared at the floor, conflicted. "But Mommy, I choose here. I don't want to return. I love being human. I love my life here." Amira smiled faintly through her tears. "It is your destiny, my child. You must ascend the throne. This is bigger than you or me. According to what your mother told me the day she entrusted you to me, only you can save Oceara from destruction." Elara sighed deeply, her shoulders sagging as she whispered, "Okay, Mother. I will go." Amira pulled her into a tight embrace, whispering through her tears, "Thank you, my child. You are stronger than you know. Your people are waiting for you." And though her heart ached, Maria felt a glimmer of pride, knowing the little girl she had raised was about to become a queen. As Elara dove into the water, her tail reappeared, sparkling with royal energy. She swam with determination through the crystal blue tunnels of Oceara, her heart pounding with hope and uncertainty. Back in Oceara, when Elara reached the grand gate of the Oceara kingdom, 2 armored guards were stationed at the entrance. They gasped and bowed instantly as her pink eyes shimmered in the water's light. One of them stepped forward, eyes wide with disbelief. "Wow, you bear the mark of royalty," he exclaimed. "The pink eyes," the second guard added, "a powerful symbol of the true royal bloodline of Oceara." "Who are you?" they asked. "My name is Elara," she replied boldly. "Daughter of Queen Amira." Both guards staggered back in shock. "What? Queen Amira has a daughter?" one of them asked. No one in Oceara knew of this. "Yes," Elara said firmly. "Queen Amira is my mother. Please, can you take me to her?" The guards exchanged troubled glances. One of them lowered his voice. "I am afraid that won't be possible. Queen Amira has been missing for the past 7 years. No one knows where she is. Your uncle, Prince Darian, has taken over the throne, and since his reign began, Oceara has never been the same. The people are suffering and the kingdom lives in fear." Elara's heart sank. "Missing? My mother is missing," her voice cracked. "What am I going to do now?" "You must be careful," one of the guards warned. "Your uncle is ruthless. He destroys anyone who dares to question his rule. If he finds out who you are, your life will be in danger." But the other guard leaned in and whispered, "There may be a way. My brother Darian is Prince Darian's most trusted servant. He knows more than anyone else in this kingdom. If anyone knows where your mother is, it must be him." "Please," Elara pleaded, her voice trembling with hope. "Take me to him. I need to find my mother." Without hesitation, the guard nodded and motioned for her to follow. Darian studied her carefully, then nodded. "The evidence is all around you. I believe you, and I know where your mother is, but this must remain a secret." Elara leaned in. "Please tell me everything." Darian lowered his voice. "Years ago, your uncle, Prince Darian, fought Queen Amira for the throne. She refused to step down, even when he attacked her with dark magic, but she never fought back. Then one day, she vanished without a trace. Prince Darian claimed she disappeared. But I know the truth." He paused, glancing over his shoulder. "She didn't run. She was imprisoned, hidden away in a secret room deep within the palace, a place no one would think to search. He kept her secret all these years. And I still don't understand why Queen Amira chose silence over escape. She has powerful magic. Yet she stays without fighting or escaping." Elara's eyes welled with tears. "Please take me to her." Without another word, Darian nodded. "Follow me. We must go quietly." They swam deep beneath the palace through winding caves and ancient underwater passageways lit by glowing stones and guarded by magical wards. The silence was heavy, but Elara's heart burned with hope. At last they reached a narrow archway carved from coral. Darian pressed his palm together, whispering an old oceara phrase. The door creaked open, and inside, sitting on a stone seat, was Queen Amira, pale, silent, and staring into the dark. "Mother!" Elara cried out, her voice echoing through the glowing cave. Queen Amira, who had been sitting silently for years, lifted her head, her eyes filled with tears. The moment she saw her daughter, she stood up slowly, and as Elara rushed into her arms, they embraced. "For the very first time in 18 years, Elara, my daughter," Queen Amira whispered, holding her tightly. "You came back. I knew this day would come. I never lost hope." They held each other for what felt like forever, tears of joy streaming down their faces. Elara finally pulled back and looked into her mother's eyes. "But mother," they said, You have greater powers than Prince Darian. You could have escaped. Why didn't you fight him? Why choose to stay locked in this place? Queen Amira smiled softly. Yes, my child. Every first royal daughter of Oceara is born with the strongest magical powers, even stronger than their brothers. I could have fought your uncle the day he rose against me. But I chose not to use my strength. I was reserving it for you. For me? Ilara asked, confused. Amira nodded. Yes, my child. My brother went far to acquire dark powers. If I fight him and defeat him tomorrow, he will come after you. Maybe I would have been gone by then, and you would have to fight him alone. Your power alone can defeat Darian. But you have to battle with him before you can achieve that. I did not want you to fight alone. So I reserved my power to pass it on to you. Pointing at her. My child, now receive my gift. A golden light swirled around Queen Amira's arms as she released her power, channeling it into her daughter. Ilara closed her eyes as the warmth of ancient magic filled her body, her pink eyes glowing brighter than ever before. You are now the most powerful royal blood to ever exist, Queen Amira declared. With your voice alone, your uncle's reign can end. As Ilara emerged into the waters of the kingdom, a mysterious calm spread across the sea. Even the creatures of ocean sensed the change in energy. Back at the palace, King Darian, now older and more paranoid than ever, sat upon the throne that never truly belonged to him. Suddenly, a strong wave of power shook the entire kingdom. A messenger rushed into the throne room. My king, someone has entered the sacred gates. She bears the royal mark, pink eyes. Darian's eyes widened in horror. No, it can't be. Before he could react, Ilara appeared at the palace gates, radiant with divine power. Guards fell to their knees. Even the palace walls seemed to hum in her presence. She walked into the throne room, tall and unshaken. Darian stood. Who are you? He asked, trembling. I am Ilara, she said calmly. Now I have returned not to plead, but to reclaim what is mine. So my sister gave birth to a baby girl and lied to me, Darian shouted, raising his hand to strike with his dark magic. But the moment his power left his fingers, it dissolved in the air. Ilara didn't flinch. Her voice remained steady. Darian, your reign ends now. In the name of Oceara's royal blood, and by the power of my mother Anna, I command you to perish. As soon as those words were spoken, a mighty light exploded around the palace. Darian screamed, consumed by the force of Ilara's command. In seconds, he vanished into thin water. His evil washed away forever. The palace erupted in awe. Queen Amira stepped forward, now free and proud. She took her rightful place on the throne once more, and Ilara was crowned the princess of Oceara, the next in line to become queen when the time came. The kingdom rejoiced. Their true rulers had returned. In a grand celebration, Queen Amira honored the palace guard. And Darian, who had risked everything to help Ilara, she rewarded with treasures, lands, and a place of honor in the royal court. Back in the human world, Mermaids lived in joy. She got married to a kind and successful man, she became pregnant and gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl, surrounded by the two children. Their wealth continued to grow, and their happiness overflowed. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting stories like this.